Naivas is now Kenya's largest privately owned supermarket chain, with over 100 stores and billions in annual revenue, having operated for more than 35 years. The Mukuha family started Naivas with a single small village shop in Rongai, Nakuru County, learning every detail of retail through sheer hard work and perseverance. They faced intense competition, accusations of selling expired goods, internal fraud, armed robberies, and high-stakes court cases that could have destroyed the business. And at one point, multinational companies even tried to take over the family business, causing tensions that almost threatened to break the family apart. Naivas began humbly in 1990 in Rongai, Nakuru County. Joram Kamau, founder of Tuskys, left one of his stores in Rongai to his nephews, David Kimani and Simon Mukuha. They had spent years working in this same store, learning every aspect of retail operations. They learned to stock shelves, serve customers, manage cash, negotiate with suppliers, and keep the store running smoothly. When they took over, they only had to pay for the stock. The store premises and operations were already theirs. The store was originally called Gateway General Stores, a small local outlet that served Rongai community with basic groceries, households, and daily essentials. Shortly after taking over, the nephew's father, Peter Mukuha, joined the business. He brought experience, guidance, and capital, helping to stabilize operations and organize management systems. The business was formally registered on 24th July 1990 as Rongai Self-Service Stores Limited, marking the official beginning of the family's retail journey. This registration allowed the store to engage formally with suppliers, open a bank account, and operate as a legally recognized business. Between 1992 and 1993, the store name was officially changed from Gateway General Stores to Rongai Self-Service Stores, reflecting a modern self-service model that was unusual in small towns at the time. Customers could now browse aisles, select items themselves, and pay at a single counter, a novel shopping experience in Rongai. Despite being a small town, Rongai's growing population and limited competition allowed the store to develop a loyal customer base. By 1994, the business was ready to expand. A second store was opened in Elbagon, 10 kilometers north of Rongai. This expansion required more management oversight, and their sister, Lynette Wairimu Mukuha, joined the business. She took charge of day-to-day operations, staff supervision, and stock control, helping the family manage multiple outlets efficiently. The Elbagon store allowed the family to reach new communities, increase revenue, and test the scalability of their retail model. In 1996, the store made a strategic move into Naivasha town, a growing commercial center with more business opportunities. The original Rongai store was closed to allow resources, both financial and managerial, to be focused on Naivasha. The decision was deliberate. Merging operations allowed the family to concentrate on locations with the highest growth potential. Simultaneously, the fourth sibling, Grace Wambui Mukuha, joined the business, strengthening management and customer service at the Naivasha outlet. The Naivasha branch soon became the most important store in the chain and will serve as the foundation for the future regional expansion. Following the success of the Naivasha outlet, the retailer officially changed its name to Naivasha Self-Service Stores in 1998. With the family fully involved and the first town successfully managed, the store was ready for the next major challenge. But before we continue, if you find this video interesting, make sure to like and subscribe for more captivating stories. After establishing a strong foundation in Naivasha, the business entered a period of deliberate and structured expansion. The company's early success had created a loyal customer base, a disciplined operational culture, and a reputation for reliability, all of which provided the confidence to move into new markets. By 2001, the company was ready to expand into Nairobi, Kenya's largest and most competitive urban market. To support this step, the family made strategic decision to close the Elbagon store, redirecting financial and managerial resources to the new outlet in downtown Nairobi on Ronald Ngala Street. A few years later, in 2004, the company opened 2 new outlets, in a single year, one in Machakos and another one in Kamarok. By 2006, a major turning point came when the company officially changed its name from Naivasha Self-Service Stores to Naivas. This wasn't just a cosmetic change, it gave the business a new identity that could travel with it nationwide rather than being tied to one town's name. Between 2005 and 2009, Naivas outlets multiplied across Kenya. By the end of 2009, the chain had 10 outlets with 8 outside Nairobi and 2 within Nairobi. In this same year, as Naivas expanded, it also underwent a large rebrand of its look and feel. While the earlier identity had been simple, this update introduced the now famous green and orange color, redesigned logo, and a more modern appearance. After the rebrand, Naivas continued expanding in towns and neighborhoods across Kenya, bringing its outlets closer to where people lived and shopped every day. While Naivas was growing steadily, other supermarket chains, Nakumatt, Uchumi, and Tuskys were choosing a different path. These chains borrowed heavily to expand quickly, sometimes even opening stores outside Kenya. This created financial pressure and made it harder for them to remain stable. Naivas, by contrast, focused entirely on Kenya and grew carefully. The Mukuha family kept full control, avoided heavy debts, and made sure each new outlet ran properly and served customers well. This disciplined approach allowed Naivas to continue expanding steadily and stay stable even when other chains faced financial difficulties. Then, in 2016, Naivas introduced its food market format, a newer kind of retail environment focused on a more extensive selection of fresh food and produce. The first food market opened on Kiambu Road, and it was not only the first for Naivas but also first in the East and Central African region. Its popularity led to more outlets being opened in this format and even redesigning older outlets to match it. By this time, the food market concept had become part of Naivas' strategy to serve many types of shoppers and offer a wide range of products. By the end of this period, Naivas had grown into a trusted national brand, but new pressures were building. Security threats and family disputes now threatened to test the family like never before. By 2017, Naivas had grown into a trusted national brand with multiple outlets across Kenya. The company was now a major player in the retail sector, but with success came pressures that no one could ignore. In March 2017, a shocking event unfolded in Nairobi. At the Mountain Mall outlet along Thika Road, armed gunmen struck, targeting a security team collecting the day's cash. They made off with about 4 million Kenyan shillings, sending waves of fear and disbelief through employees and customers alike. The robbery revealed hidden dangers of running high-traffic supermarkets, and investigations later showed that even police officer and a private security guard present during the heist were implicated, a stark reminder that threats could come from unexpected places. As Naivas continued to grow, new tensions surfaced behind the scenes. Between 2016 and 2020, a serious financial issue rocked the company. Dennis Mushina Thiaka, a finance manager, was charged with conspiracy to defraud Naivas of around 33.8 billion Kenyan shillings. Thiaka denied the charges and was released on bail as the legal process unfolded. At the same time, the family's control of the business came under pressure. Questions over strategic direction and ownership began to divide the Mukuha family. Reports indicated that South African retailer Massmart was interested in buying a stake in Naivas. Some family members saw this as a chance to grow the business further, while others feared losing control. These disagreements highlighted the delicate balance between family legacy and expansion ambitions. Then, in May 2025, An oversight visit led by the Nairobi County Assembly Health Committee, led by Chairperson Maurice Ochieng, attracted widespread media attention when the committee asserted it had discovered expired food products on display at a Naivas outlet in the CBD and questioned whether some food handlers had valid health certifications.
We have Daima yogurt, which is expired and is being put in the shelf, and Nairobians are buying expired products.
The committee announced it had resolved to close all Naivas supermarkets within Nairobi until compliance issues were addressed. This incident generated immediate public and media scrutiny, with stories suggesting enforced closures of more than 30 Naivas branches in the capital.
News just in is that the Nairobi County Government Health Committee has ordered the closure of all Naivas outlets in Nairobi County.
Oh Lord, you can't believe this. Naivas supermarkets across Nairobi will now be closed.
However, the Nairobi County Executive clarified that no official regulatory closure order had been issued. Naivas swiftly issued a public statement denying that any branches had been ordered closed, describing the allegations as false, misleading, and potentially harmful, and reaffirmed that all stores remained compliant with the health and safety standards set by KEBS. After everything Naivas has been through, its story is far from over. It has already beaten the odds, but the next chapter may be its most important yet. After watching rivals rise and fall, the company now faces a different kind of challenge: how to grow bigger without losing control of what made it strong in the first place. The future of Naivas appears to be built on careful expansion, not risky bets. Instead of rushing into foreign markets or borrowing heavily, the company is focusing on deeper presence within Kenya, upgrading stores, improving systems, and strengthening governance after past internal and public challenges. Formats like Food Market show a shift towards higher standards, better customer experience, and long-term brand trust. With the minority investors now on board and the founding family still in control, Naivas stands at crossroads between tradition and transformation. Whether it becomes just another large retailer or one of Kenya's most enduring business institutions will depend on the decisions made in the years to come.